Well, no.
He said no with a rising intonation. The way in which he said the word doesn't correlate with its message. The intonation was more matched with the word maybe.
Well, no.
The pressure he's under is causing disorientation in his critical thinking. He was unable to process the adjustment in his thoughts to his words quick enough, and that's why they came out mixed together.
I mean, anything's possible, I guess, but him coming out of his car was not my imagination.
Okay.
And it was right after I saw that he started coming out of his car and saying, "You're dead, bitch."
When you went and grabbed your gun, racked it, and came back around, what were you shooting at? Did you acquire a target or did you just start shooting?
I shot at the door.
Which door? Which door?
The rear passenger.
You shot at his door?
Yes.
Okay.
What was the purpose of that?
Saved my life?
From the door?
No, he was coming out of his door, and then I guess he went back in it, but that's where he was
Let's just say,
prior.
hypothetically, you and him exchanged words. He opened the door to go in the store to use the bathroom.
He wouldn't have said, "You're dead, bitch," and then...
I'm just saying.
Well, then I guess I would be in trouble if that was the case. But that's not what happened.
We are so lucky. Really? There should be 3 of those 4 should have been hit. 3 of those 4. You could have 3 dead guys right now. Okay. Luckily for the guy in the front seat, his door stopped the bullets. They entered the door, but they didn't go all the way in because the front door's got bullet holes in it. Okay. And there's another one you shot when you were doing the suppression fire, basically, to keep their heads down as they're driving away. You put one in the back of the car. There's several shots directly into the rear of the truck. And one of them comes zinging in through the back and goes right up and hits the sun visor where the driver is as he's driving out. Didn't miss his noggin by much. You know, so we could very easily have 3 victims at this point. Luckily, those guys didn't get hit or any way, shape, but they're all fine, except for the poor guy who's pretty much was dead right there. It didn't take him long. He was gone. We see a lot of scenarios, and we deal with threatening situations. I mean, it's not, you know, we deal with them all the time where somebody defends themselves. I mean, we do. And there are clear-cut cases where you go, "Yep, sure did, buddy. You know, you defended yourself. Have a nice day." Unfortunately, this is not one of them.
I'm not feeling so hot now that you guys are...
Unfortunately, we have that effect sometimes.
Well, I don't mean sick. I mean, I actually am starting to be sick to my stomach. I don't know how I can express to you guys that I was in fear for my life.
Okay.
I've never been so scared in my whole life. I've been mad and my hands shake, but I was so afraid that I didn't have time to think. I only reacted.
What did you see the driver of the other car do when Jordan Davis said, "Yeah, I'm talking to you"?
He reached into his glove department.
It was a big silver chrome, either 9mm or a 45. It was a large caliber.
And what did the driver do with the gun when he grabbed it from the glove compartment?
He was holding it and cocked it back.
I heard someone yell, or someone say something very loud.
And what did you hear that person say?
No, you're not going to talk to me that way.
Do I need to get a lawyer? I mean, it sounds like I'm in deep shit.
Well, that is up to you. We have a warrant. Duval County issued a warrant for your arrest for murder and attempted murder. Okay, that's what you're being charged with right now. Okay, just the first step in the process.
The way I see this was I was scared for my life, and I fought back. And you guys are seeing this as murder.
This is where we're at right now. They'll process you here first, but I'm not sure how long it's going to take you before they got to go through all that kind of stuff. But you will be brought back to Duval County. Like I said, this is a start.
Is there any opportunity to bail?
There's no bond.
No bond.
There's no bond on a murder charge in Duval County. Yeah, it's standard. They don't allow it.
Right. Is it automatic that it's a murder charge when it's self-defense?
I'll explain to you how it works on our end.
Uh-huh.
We do our investigation. We get our facts. We have a prosecutor from the state attorney's office with us who sees all the facts, sees the case. We confer with the state attorney's office, say these are what we have as facts of this case, and they determine, yes, we believe there's enough to issue an arrest warrant at this point based off the evidence we have, and that's why we obtained an arrest warrant.
I really didn't know that I was being charged with murder and attempted murder. That sucks.
I'm sorry we had to meet under these circumstances.
Me too. I mean, if there is, there's probably about 5 things I could have gotten done differently last night, but it's unfortunate it turned out the way it did.
It is.
Okay. Well, I'll get with the guys here and we'll get you use the restroom for you. Okay.
He was remanded into custody at the Duval County Jail, where he remained for 14 months awaiting trial.
Did you ask the guys in the red SUV to turn down that bass?
I did. I said, can you turn that down, please?
What was the response from the red SUV?
They turned it off.
And at that point, what did you then say?
I said, thank you. Very soon after, I start hearing things like F him and F that and...
Does it escalate?
Well, the music came back on. Now it got ugly. After hearing the something something cracker and this and that, I hear, I should kill that motherfucker. Here, I should fucking kill that motherfucker. And now he's screaming.
Okay.
There's no mistake of what he said. That is what he said.
Notice the considerable increase in both emphasis and conviction when making his statements. His lawyer has now instructed him in how to respond, but unfortunately for Michael, the jury had access to his interrogation where he was asked the same questions.
The guy that was in the back is getting really agitated. And my window's up, I can't hear everything he's saying, but, there's a lot of fuck him and fuck that and fuck that bitch. And I don't know if they're singing or what, but it's like, they're saying, kill him. So I put my window down again.
I put my window back down and I asked, are you talking about me?
Now, what was the response when you said, are you talking about me?
He reached forward and picked something up and slammed it against the door. I didn't know what it was at first, but when he says, yeah, I'm gonna fucking kill you, I look and I'm looking at a barrel. He's showing me a gun and he's threatening me.
What happens now? What did you believe was about to happen to you?
I thought I was gonna be killed, but I still didn't go for my gun at that time. I was just like going, oh my God, where is all this hostility coming from? And it was at that point where he said, this shit's going down now.
Not once was this mentioned during his interrogation. It seems to be a poignant recollection when stated here, which would arise suspicion as to why he failed to mention it earlier.
In your wildest dreams, could you fathom being in that position over a common courtesy?
No.
Okay. Now, at this point, what's going through your mind when he said, this shit's going down now?
This was a clear and present danger, and I said, you're not gonna kill me, you son of a bitch.
Okay. And as you said that, were you looking at him, or were you now moving to get that fire?
I said that as I was retrieving my pistol.
Could you show the jury exactly what you did?
Well, if we say over here is my glove box, I'm looking out the window, and I said, you're not gonna kill me, you son of a bitch, and I shot.
Okay. And do you even recall how many times you shot?
I do not. Kind of was in a fixed position. with the tunnel vision, I didn't realize the SUV was moving. I was still aiming at the rear passenger, and it didn't register that the car was backing up.
Okay, and at some point you realize now there's no more red door in front of your face?
This is where Rhonda starts coming into my mind, because I know she's heard the shots. I know Rhonda. It wasn't just my life I was worried about now.
And at some point now, do you see that SUV actually drive towards a different direction or try to drive away?
It did, and this is where the, now they're back in line with, if they fire on me, they'll hit the front door, and this is where Rhonda comes out.
What was your purpose of firing towards the back of that vehicle? Were you trying...
I was worried about a blind firing situation where they would, you know, shoot over their heads or whatever and hit me and Rhonda. I stopped firing when it appeared that the threat was over.
And how long had you been with Miss Rower?
3.5, 4 years.
Did you have a serious relationship with her?
Absolutely, she's my fiance.
Okay. And were you living with her at the time?
Yes, we were.
Okay. Was this dog kind of your guys' child?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. And what was his name?
His name is Charlie.
The defendant just got emotional over his supposed gallantry and undying love for his partner, and now accelerates this emotion for the purpose of expressing how much he loves his pet. In his mind, he is exhibiting appealing human traits to the jury, coming across as a man of clear nobility and selflessness, who only protected the woman he loves from a perceived imminent threat, while also being a gentle soul that sheds a tear at just the mere thought of his beloved puppy. The thing is, the defendant only has tunnel vision with regard to himself and his own perspective. The jury, on the other hand, will be looking at the big picture. Rather than perceiving this emotion from the viewpoint the defendant wants them to, they may see it as a contrived and narcissistic attempt at elevating his own character. He has now shown the jury that he has the personality type to get emotional, and this emotion comes out as he self-describes his valiant conduct and gentle spirit, yet not a shred of emotion was displayed as he described the exact moment he took the life of a young man.
Mr. Dunn, you love Rhonda Rower.
Yes, sir, I do.
Right? You love her a lot, right?
Yes, sir, I do.
Right, and when she got into that car, she asked you what happened, right?
Yes, sir.
Sir, are you telling this jury that on the way back to the hotel, you told Rhonda Rower that the boys in the car had a gun?
If I told her on the way to the hotel, I told her several times at the hotel, I told her several times on the way home that this was self-defense.
That wasn't my question. From the time you left the gate station to the time you got back to the Sheraton, how many times did you use the word gun to describe what the boys, let me finish, what the boys in the car had?
I couldn't tell you.
Was it more than one?
At least one.
Mr. Dunn, the truth is, you never told the love of your life that those boys had a gun.
You weren't there.
Did you? You did tell her then?
I said you were not there.
I get that. I know that. Truth is, you never told Rhonda Rower they had a gun.
That is incorrect.
Remember to speak loudly into the microphone so everybody can hear you, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, Miss Wolfson.
When you came out of the gate gas station and you got into the defendant's car,
Yes.
did the defendant ever tell you he saw a gun in that red SUV?
No.
Did the defendant ever tell you that he saw a weapon of any kind in that SUV?
No.
There was no mention of a stick?
No.
There was no mention of a shotgun?
No.
There was no mention of a barrel?
No.
There was no mention of a lead pipe?
No.
Back in the hotel room, Miss Rower, that same night, did the defendant ever tell you that he saw the boys with a firearm?
No.
Did he ever tell you that he saw the boys with a weapon?
No.
On the 2-hour drive the following morning, did the defendant ever tell you that he saw a gun in the SUV?
No.
And on that 2-hour drive, did he ever tell you he saw a weapon of any kind? in that SUV?
No.
On February 15th, 2014, Michael Dunn was found guilty on 3 counts of attempted murder for which he was rendered a 90-year sentence. 7 months later, on October 1st, he was rendered an additional life sentence without the possibility of parole. His appeal was denied by the 1st District Court on November 17th, 2016. He is currently being held at the maximum security Oregon State Penitentiary. And the nonchalant, easygoing tone she employs is used to camouflage anxiety. Casey has not only become accustomed to manipulation, she has become extremely skilled in how to use it effectively. It takes us to the concept of nurture and how it most likely had a significant impact on her current circumstances. If we go through what we know about Casey's domestic history, there are numerous occasions where she had gotten away with things that most would not, simply due to the fact that she was able to continuously lie without conscience. A prime example could be when she was 18 years old and stopped attending class midway through her senior year. She literally skipped the entire second half of her final year to go hang out with her older boyfriend. Her parents became suspicious on several occasions, yet each and every time, Casey had some whimsical excuse to which she was given the benefit of the doubt. Then just days before graduation, her parents were informed by the school of her truancy and that she would not be graduating. When confronted, Casey's excuse was that her timetable was mixed up by the school, causing her to miss classes through no fault of her own. This is obviously a completely baffling excuse that no sane person would ever believe. Yet whether it be through denial or an overprotective nature, Casey's parents not only took her at her word, but even shielded her from the consequences of her actions. They lied to all their family friends that she graduated with honors, and even threw her an extravagant graduation party the day after. This is just one of the many occurrences where Casey faced no ramifications for misconduct. It seemed to give her the belief that no matter what she did, as long as she could spin one lie after another, or at least drag a lie out for as long as possible, everything would work itself out. The truth is that everything did work itself out when she was dealing with her parents, and she evidently thought the same rules applied with regard to national law and a missing child's investigation. After the initial statement you just heard, Casey was asked if she could take police to all places of interest. She happily obliged, and then proceeded to lead them to a multitude of fake addresses which she had nothing to do with. She then took them to her supposed office at Universal Studios and literally led 3 senior investigators to the very end of the building, taking over 25 minutes to walk to, before she finally turned around, put her hands in her back pockets, laughed, and admitted that she didn't work there. Completely dumbfounded, the detectives placed her under arrest and took her to a conference room in the building for what was essentially an interrogation.
Since I left you this morning, I've gone to every address that you've told me. I came over here, I've already talked to all the employees. I found out all these names that you're giving me are people that either never worked here or have been fired here for a long time ago. Okay, so where we are right now is in a position that doesn't look very good for you. Because obviously, I know, and you know, that everything you've told me is a lie, correct?
Not everything that I told you.
Pretty much everything that you've told me, including where Kaylee is right now.
That I don't know where she is.
Sure you do. And here's, listen, let me explain something. Looking at you, I know that everything that you've told me is a lie. I'm very confident, just by having talked to you the short period of time, that you know where she is.
I legitimately have not seen my daughter in 5 weeks. I didn't let anything happen to her, except I trusted her with somebody that had been taking care of her, that had been taking good care of her. Someone that she was comfortable with, that I was comfortable with.
What about Jeff? You said Jeff worked here until about 2 months ago?
No, he hasn't worked here for quite a while.
10 months? How long?
It's been at least 10 months.
Okay. He got fired in 2002. He hasn't been an employee here since 2002.
We put a lot more together than I think you realize we put together. My question to you is, we're in this office because our purpose in coming here was to do what?
I'm trying to think of places where I know she's been.
You're not answering my question. Do you want us to help?
Yes,
you want to help us find your daughter?
I do want you to
Well,
help.
a good starting point would be to answer the questions, okay? If I say to you, we're here because, and then you just ignore that like I never asked it and go off in some other direction, is that answering the question?
No.
Okay. Let's go through this again. We're here because?
Because I lied, because I brought you up here, and honestly I was reaching for
No, stop right
another
there.
avenue.
I want you to tell me how lying to us is going to help us find your daughter.
It's not going to.
Well, then if the main thing you want to do is find your daughter, and you don't think lying to us is going to help us find her, why would you do that?
Because I'm scared, and I know I'm running out of options. It's been a month.
What are you scared of?
I'm scared of not seeing my daughter ever again.
I'm a parent too. I would have been beside myself.
I have been.
I would have called the police immediately, and that's the part that I just don't understand. Well,
I
we've
didn't know
got so
what
many
to do.
resources out there that we could help on day one.
You didn't know what to do.
I didn't know what to do. At that point, I'm thinking, okay, they haven't been gone that long. Maybe I can find them. Maybe I can track them down.
We're not stupid, okay? And what you're doing right now is you're treating us like we're stupid. Everything that's coming out of your mouth is a lie. Everything. Either you gave Kaylee to someone and you don't want anyone to find out because you think you're a bad mom, or something happened to Kaylee and Kaylee's buried somewhere or in a trash can somewhere, and you had something to do with it. Either way, right now, it's not a very pretty picture to be painting. You're painting yourself as a very bad person. It needs to end.
The truthful thing
This
is that I
needs to
have not
end.
seen my daughter. The last time that I saw her was on the 9th of June.
Remember we had those two people that we were talking about, the person who had an accident and a person who's just a cold-blooded, callous monster? That's telling me that you are the second person, this cold-blooded, callous monster who doesn't care and doesn't want to help because she's afraid that something so heinous happened that everyone's going to look at her and say, she's a monster, she deserves to go away, she deserves to never see the light of day, this bad thing should happen to her. I don't want to believe that right now, but you're giving me no choice. Tell us what happened to Kaylee. Tell us what happened to Kaylee.
I dropped off Kaylee. And that's the last time that I've seen her. I dropped her
Where
off.
did you drop her off?
I dropped her off at that apartment.
No, you didn't.
That's exactly
No,
where I
you
dropped
didn't.
her off.
Did you just think that one day she's just going to show up at your house?
No, I sat around yesterday trying to figure out what to do. I'm glad that I ended up seeing my mom, that all of that stuff happened. It happened for a reason because
You're
it was
glad you saw your mom. You could have saw your mom 5 weeks ago and said, Mom, I don't know
I
what...
saw my mom's reaction right off the bat, and it would have been the same from the get-go.
So wait a minute, you're more afraid of your mom's reaction than you are if you ever see your daughter again?
You know, I'm absolutely petrified. Absolutely petrified. I know my mom will never forgive me. I'm never going to forgive myself.
Is it that there's some other thing more important in your life right now that you just weren't really focused on what you were saying when you told us? So you kind of just accidentally told us you had an office here and we needed to be here? Or did you purposely mislead us? Which of those two is it?
I purposely misled
Okay, so you purposely misled us. This was all in an attempt to help find your daughter, right? That makes sense to you, correct?
in a backward sort of way, yes.
Backwards
I'm
sort of way.
coming back to places that are familiar to me, that I know are familiar to her. Familiar situations that
What did you
maybe,
think?
just maybe
How old is she?
would help. She's almost 3.
She's almost 3. What do you think, she's going to take a cab here? I mean,
I know
how do
she's
you think
not.
she's going to get here?
Because she's with someone else.
She's with someone else who's hid her from you for 5 weeks.
Yes.
Why would a person who has hid your daughter from you for 5 weeks, okay, bring her to the building that you used to work at?
I don't know what else to do anymore. If I knew where she was, if something
let me
would have
ask you
happened,
this.
I would have admitted that
Do
a
you
long
think?
time
Do
ago.
you believe thinking up more lies to tell us will help us?
She's with someone that I absolutely do not trust, and that I'm absolutely scared that
That you don't trust yet was babysitting your daughter for a year.
I don't trust her now because of what happened.
Who did you call first? Who did you go to for help first to help try to find her?
No one.
Oh, no, okay, all right. Okay. Well, I'm glad we got that straightened out.
Casey was then taken to the county jail, where she in the evening hours was able to make a phone call, and just happened to see her mother on the local news moments before speaking to her.
Casey?
Mom.
Hey, sweetie.
Oh, I just saw your nice little cameo on TV.
Which one?
What do you mean, which one?
Which one? I did 4 different ones, and I don't know. I haven't seen them all. I've only seen 1 or 2 so far.
You don't know what my involvement is and stuff?
Casey?
Mom.
What?
No.
I don't know what your involvement is, sweetheart. You're not telling me where she's at.
Because I don't f***ing know where she's at. Are you kidding me?
Casey, don't waste your call to scream and holler at me.
Waste my call sitting in the jail?
Whose fault is you sitting in the jail? You're blaming me that you're sitting in the jail?
Not
Blame
my
yourself
fault.
for telling lies. You mean it's not your fault? What do you mean it's not your fault, sweetheart? If you'd have told them the truth and not lied about everything, they wouldn't...
Do me a favor, just tell me what Tony's number is. I don't want to talk to you right now.
I don't have his number.
We'll get it from Lee because I know Lee's at the house. Get Tony's number for me.
Hey,
Hey, can you give me Tony's number?
I can do that. I don't know what real good it's going to do at this point.
Well, I'd like to talk to him anyway.
Okay.
Because I called to talk to my mother, and it's f***ing waste. Oh, by the way, I don't want any of you coming up here when I have my first hearing for bond and everything else. Like, don't even waste your time coming up here.
You're making it real tough for anybody to want to try to... I'm not going around and around with you. That's pretty pointless. Christina would love to talk to you because she thinks that you will tell her what's going on. Frankly, we're going to find out. Everything
I have
she's
no
telling them
clue where
is a
Kaylee
lie.
is. If I knew where Kaylee was, do you think any of this would be happening? No.
Anyway, you only got a couple minutes for this, so I'm not going to let you completely waste it. Here's Christina. She thinks she can get through.
No, I want Tony's number. I'm not talking to anybody else.
Hello?
Hi, I'm glad everybody's at my house. Do me a favor, get my brother back because I need Tony's number.
Does Tony have anything to do with Kaylee?
No, nothing.
Okay, so why do you want to talk to Tony?
He's my boyfriend, and I want to actually try to sit and talk to him because I didn't get a chance to talk to him earlier because I got arrested on whim today. I just want to talk to Tony and get a little bit of...
Casey, you have to tell me if you know anything about Kaylee.
Sweetheart,
if anything happens with Kaylee, Casey, I'll die. You understand? I'll die. If anything happens to that baby.
Oh my God, calling you guys, a waste. Huge waste.
Casey appeared in the court the next morning and was initially denied bail by the judge. He cited his reason as her undeniable disregard for the welfare of her own child. She was kept in protective custody, and it would be 9 days until she received her first visit from her parents.
Hi. Sweetie, we've been watching you for so long. You haven't? I love you. I love you too. Hi. We've been seeing you sitting down. We forgive anything that you've said. Or done.
Hold on. Can we turn the volume down? Yeah, you can probably hear it. My head's gonna explode. What's that T-shirt? I didn't get a chance to ask him, other things
Kaylee's
besides...
picture's on the back.
Is it? Can Dad show me the shirt?
Yeah, turn around so you can see. It's the Never Lose Hope Foundation. Do you see it?
I can see part of it, yeah.
Have you seen me? And then it has the information on how to contact.
Okay.
Casey, you don't realize the whole United States is looking for our Kaylee.
I know that, Mom.
Her cover's going to be on People magazine in a few days.
Okay.
With a readership of over 46 million adults in America, having your missing child on the front cover of People magazine would seem as a godsend to most. Yet Casey's response is almost as if it's a lost cause.
Everybody is looking for her.
Good.
Everybody is looking for her. Are we going to be able to find her, do you think?
I hope we can, Mom. Now, I didn't get a chance to ask Lee.
Can you look up a little bit more? Raise your eyes up a little bit. There you go. So now, look straight up so I can look into your eyes, darling. Thank you. I need to do that. It's okay to cry, Casey. It's all right, love. We've all been crying.
Setting aside morality and ethics for just a moment, Casey at this point would be emotionally exhausted. She had been sitting in an isolated jail cell for almost 2 weeks as the entire world was turning against her. Anyone in her position, guilty or otherwise, would be at near breaking point, and her composed exterior now finally slips. She, for a brief moment, allows herself to be vulnerable, and for perhaps the first time, expresses the pain of her situation. This is one of the few moments where Casey's true self is on display. Of itself, it's a touching moment between a mother and daughter, yet if we add in the context of the surrounding elements, she is only expressing this pain for herself. Just a moment ago, when she saw her deceased daughter's face on her father's shirt, none of this emotion came out. It lets us know that she does indeed have the personality type to get emotional, yet her empathy is clearly focused in one direction, which is inward toward herself.
Casey, I want to ask you just a couple questions.
The rest of the visit is extremely bizarre. Casey's parents try to extract any information they can about Kaylee's possible whereabouts, and each time are essentially dismissed by Casey as if they're asking pointless and irritating questions.
Do we have any pictures of Sandy's apartment?
Lee and I already talked about this. I don't know. It could be on the desk at home. I don't know.
What is your, I can't get into your,
I gave Lee everything already. I
All
gave
right.
Lee all of the passwords, everything we could possibly
I
think
wanna
of
get-
all over again.
I want to get some video clips off Kaylee because the video clip with Grandpa is really helping people. Still pictures don't show
No, they
her
don't show her
justice.
personality.
Right, and we need to show her personality, so I need to make sure we get that password.
Yeah. I gave Lee the password.
Please look up, sweetheart. I need to see your eyes.
I want to be able to look at you guys too. I can't look at you and look at the camera.
Well, you don't have to look at the camera. Look at me.
I'm looking at you.
Okay.
You're sitting very low.
I know.
The exchange switches back and forth from inquisitive and challenging to sympathetic and loving, and every time her parents stop inquiring over the case and show that they still care about Casey herself is when the tears come out.
Do you want to speak to your father now?
Sure.
Okay.
Hey, gorgeous, how you doing?
I look like hell.
Well, you know something? You really need to keep your spirit high for all this.
I haven't been crying while I've been in here.
Well,
I've been
you know
trying
something?
to read books and do other things to keep my mind off of stuff.
Well, you know, I want to be able to reach out and hug you and give you the big Papa Joe hug. But you know, we got to get that little girl back any way we can, and we're
Dad,
doing everything we
that's
can.
my only concern. I gave Lee a statement. I want him to speak to whoever in the media, give them a statement specifically from me. He's going to give them an exact quote.
Every time Casey's parents mention that people are willing to help with a search, Casey dismisses their credibility and even attacks some of their characters while she's at it.
Tara?
Tara from Michigan.
You mean Mark's psycho ex-wife, Tara?
Yes.
Listen. People like Tara, people like Jesse who are maybe trying to help, even Christina, God bless her, don't know what the hell they're talking about.
I want you to know, I want to take your pain away from you. So, you know, you can tell me anything.
I know that, Dad.
I miss you, sweetie.
I know that. I miss you too.
I wish I could have been a better dad and better grandpa, you know?
You've been a great dad and you've been the best grandfather. Don't for a second think otherwise.
Well, you know,
you and Mom have been the best grandparents. Kaylee's been so lucky. Kaylee is so lucky to have both of you. I can't even put into words how glad I am that she's had both of you. And that she still has both of you.
You know, it goes without saying, you know, that our house is empty without both of you there. It's empty. All the little things we took for granted, we miss them so much.
That's exactly how I feel.
All your little things and all her little things, it hurts. We're not there. Mom and I are just going through the motions, you know?
I ate coleslaw today. Tell them I ate coleslaw.
Well, you're probably eating a lot of things you never used to eat before because when you're hungry, you'll eat.
I hated bologna. I've been eating bologna and cheese on occasion. Grits. I don't do grits at all. It's terrible.
Well, you know what? You're going to eat what's in front of you.
We get another glimpse at Casey's skill in fabricating information and her ability to intertwine specific details to afford her lies some credibility. These minor intricacies are what would make her extremely convincing if we didn't happen to know otherwise.
They never searched by her full name. They searched by Zenaida Fernandez, whereas Zenaida Gonzalez never by her full name.
And it's Z-E-N.
Z-E-N-A-I-D-A. I don't think she has a middle name. There was never a middle name on anything that I remember seeing. And I know she went by both last names. She always has. Since she was younger, since her mom remarried.
So Flores Gonzalez, and you don't know what her stepdad
Fernandez Gonzalez.
But you don't know what Fernandez Gonzalez.
I think her dad's first name is Victor. Her stepdad. Or that could be her real dad. But I remember her saying Victor. Victor and Gloria were her parents.
Victor and Gloria are her parents. But they're separated. Or divorced.
They are as of now, yeah. That was her
They're
stepdad.
divorced.
But I know she has a lot of money. That's where she got the car from.
I only get one or two phone calls a day that, that are not nice phone calls, but I get many, many, many phone calls and many people reaching out that just believe in you. They believe in us finding Kaylee. Okay? So keep your head up high. But if you think of anything that could help, don't be afraid.
Oh, I won't hesitate to let you guys know.
You have to keep thinking positive feelings, Casey.
Oh, I know, I have been. I've been staying as positive as I can.
But do you think after this long she'd still be local?
There's a possibility.
What's your gut telling you right now?
My
You have
gut's
the
telling
same-
me that she's okay.
Okay. And your gut tells you that she's close or she's hiding?
She's not far. I know in my heart she's not far. I can feel it.
This was perhaps the first time Casey told the truth when speaking of her daughter's whereabouts, as she indeed wasn't that far away. Her attorney, Jose Baez, eventually managed to get her bail, and Casey was fitted with an electronic monitoring device and released on August 21st. She had spent just over 1 month in custody. 2 months later, police were granted permission to arrest Casey on the charge of first-degree murder. She was taken in for interrogation, but immediately requested her right to counsel. She was kept in the interview room while awaiting her attorney, and the released footage of that period is so bizarre to the point where it's almost comical. The detectives give off a passive, yet glaringly obvious vibe that lets Casey know exactly what they think, being that she is guilty of her daughter's probable death and a fundamentally terrible human being on every imaginable level. Casey's response to this is to essentially ignore it and act as if the discourse between them and the situation itself is an everyday occurrence, one that perhaps doesn't concern the disappearance of her daughter, for which she is being charged for. You'll notice that she effortlessly maintains the same confident and talkative disposition that she had in her previous interviews with police. It's almost surreal to watch given the circumstance, and the visual element adds an entire new level to the absurdity. The first segment of footage shows the arresting officer waiting with Casey for the lead investigator to arrive. He initiates the conversation by bringing up the subject of Casey's parents. He asserts that he's worried about them, but the actual message he's putting across is that he essentially knows Casey is guilty and that she isn't fooling anyone. It's an indirect yet obvious accusation.
I was afraid that some of what I said to them probably offended them because I told them that if I find out something that you don't want to hear, I'm going to tell you anyway.
Well,
Just
honestly,
because-
they'll respect that. That's just, the type of people that they are in the same way.
I know they are. It was never my intention to piss anybody in your family off. I'm not in it to get a conviction. I get nothing out of it. I get zero.
Exactly. You have a job you're trying to do.
I've found a few, and I've not found a few, and it sucks both ways.
Yeah, I agree.
So it is what it is. Where I get sideways with people.
She continuously provides these sharp interjections to appear as though she's following what the detectives are saying. People will often do this to express concurrence and understanding. It essentially lets the other person know that you understand them, either intellectually or emotionally, that a point they made makes sense to you, or that you get why they feel a certain way about something. The only problem here is that Casey's verbal reciprocation at times makes no sense whatsoever. What's fascinating is that this would go unnoticed in an everyday setting. When recorded on film, however, and able to be studied and scrutinized, it becomes far more distinctive.
Where I get sideways with people tends to be when attorneys get involved.
I've heard most people say that. They don't like attorneys very much.
I have many family members that are attorneys. I have no problems with attorneys. What I have problems with are, at some point, we have to set aside the rules and we have to find kids. And you know what? So be it. That's why I told you in the car. If you tell me anything now, I'll get up and say, yep, I heard it, and she'd already invoked it. We can't use any of it. That's just the way it is. That's all that matters to me.
The detective here has essentially just asked Casey for the information he knows she has about her missing child. Rather than retaliate and refute the blatant accusation, Casey continues with her sharp responses of accordance as if to say she agrees and knows exactly where the detective is coming from. Yet although she apparently agrees, she offers no information or follow-up dialogue thereafter. It's so incredibly awkward, yet equally intriguing to watch.
And, when we did another case that I was involved in, they lost a confession. And I sat there and I looked right at the guys that we worked with. I said,
That's not what's
who
important.
cares?
Yeah.
We found her. We found her, and he's going to get what is coming to him. That's not my job.
Mm-hmm.
And it works out in the end. And it works out in the end on all sides,
Mm-hmm.
to be honest with you. It may not be comfortable for everybody.
Yeah.
And I've done things that if I get caught for, I'm not going to be comfortable, I can tell you that. It's just the way life is. But it's not the end of the road either. And that's what we have to keep in mind. It's not the end of the road.
Casey then casually brings up the topic of the grand jury and the media surrounding her murder trial. She raises the questions as if she's talking about her favorite daytime TV show.
Yeah,
But if the subpoena itself is just a regular federal or grand jury subpoena, that's public record.
Yeah.
It doesn't say what it's for. It doesn't say what case it's in. It doesn't. It just says you're subpoenaed to appear before the grand jury.
Well, with them announcing that, there was going to be a grand jury, and obviously my name was thrown out, they knew who the grand jury was for.
Who threw your name out?
All of the media said that it was from an inside source, meaning in here. So that's where they all say is.
I can tell you
getting
what I
their
think
sources
of the
from.
media and what I think of people who leak stuff to the media.
I think it's garbage. Yeah,
But
I agree. That's the
that
next way of putting
that
it.
doesn't make it any less necessary. Without them,
Mm-hmm.
She's so accustomed to giving these ungenuine responses at every given opportunity that she doesn't even know where to place them correctly. This response should have been given 2 seconds earlier when the detective finished his declamation, not when he started a new sentence. It's so incredibly aggravating to watch.
I'll be quite honest, without the media, we don't find a quarter of the kids that we...
Oh, I
are
agree.
looking
It
for.
helps. The exposure has helped bring in so many tips for my daughter.
But at the same time, what it creates is it creates a monster that otherwise isn't necessary.
Exactly.
The tips are what the tips are.
Mm-hmm.
If it was a local media only,
Mm-hmm.
it would be much easier to work.
Yeah.
When you make it the national media, then you come up
You
with...
get the Nancy Graces.
You get
everything
you
else.
get the tips also
Mhm.
that come from Hawaii that say, I saw Kaylee.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? Okay, let me call
Now,
Hawaii,
ones
let me
from
send them out,
Georgia
let me do
and
that.
ones that are a little bit
Th-
closer
those are what I
range.
consider local, because the local
It's in
stations are
close
going to
range.
cover that.
Yeah.
That's contiguous to the state of Florida. It's not.
When people are only getting their information from the Nancy Graces or from Globe magazine or People or stuff like that. Are you kidding me?
You're not gonna break bad, right? Alright. We're gonna call him on my cell phone.
Okay. I know this is. Oh, yep, that's not good.
Pull it back there. Just slide your hands out. No,
I
I'll get a key
I
that
honestly can't.
fits.
So they're a little tight.
Thanks for entertaining us. Just slide your
Way to
hands
go,
out.
Corporal Edwards.
Actually, if I could, I would have done that for you. at
Do you know
that time,
Baez's
but-
phone number off the top of your head?
No, I do not.
How can we get the cell number, or his number?
I know his office number,
What is that?
407.
I've identified myself, you know why you're in custody.
Yes.
And you signed this, you want your attorney present.
Yes. Hey, it's Casey. I'm with Corporal Edwards. I know the last name, sorry. I'm at the Sheriff's Department if you'd like to come down and meet with us. Thank you. Yes. And to answer your other question, from that picture, I cut my hair. It was really short even last year. I just started growing it back out this year, so. Just about that.
Okay.
It's been a long day.
It has been.
How was my dad this morning?
He had a hard time.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I only saw from the media and got a chance to hear him talking to my mom. I spoke to him last night and this morning for just a quick second before he left, so.
Yeah, I talked to him this morning for a little bit. He was with Mark, and he was really struggling. I mean, you can imagine he was having a hard time. He was being called in to essentially provide testimony to indict you,
Mhm.
to at least, and he was really struggling with that.
Yeah.
And I felt bad for him, I'll be honest with you. I truly did.
Well, I even told him last night. I know he
was subpoenaed, and under the law, he had to answer whatever questions were asked him, and I told him to do what he had to do.
Imagine you were Casey, but void of any wrongdoing whatsoever. Your daughter was kidnapped 5 weeks ago, and now a detective who thinks you're the culprit is relaying the agonizing moments of your father providing information for your arrest. No matter how stoic or self-controlled your nature, you would most likely be in tears or completely enraged at the overwhelming unjustness of the situation.
You anxious about today at all?
I have been. I mean, this is something, honestly, we've been preparing for from the beginning just because of words that were directly spoken from Yuri Melich and also from Sergeant Allen. They were saying that this is what they were planning on doing from the very beginning, from that first day. So they wrote me off within the first couple hours. That was the only time they ever made any effort to try to talk to me one-on-one. And
No, it was kind of difficult.
that was kind of difficult considering.
Well, considering, obviously, in light of everything that's going on and the fact that you've been arrested for other things, makes it a little more difficult to sit down and even talk to you.
Mhm.
It's not that we haven't wanted to.
Yeah. But I do have counsel, and that's something that, my attorney's always been a phone call away.
Has your attorney ever told you that we would like to speak to you?
And we had agreed, him and I together, that we would all sit down together, him and I, and you guys, and, we'd entertain whatever questions you have, and
There is no possible way that a defense attorney would actually sit down and, as Casey states, entertain any question the police have for them. Yet if we weren't paying close attention, we would take her at her word due to the eloquence of her dialogue and not realize everything she's saying is complete nonsense.
I actually thought that we made it pretty clear that, we wanted to talk to you. I mean, obviously, we can't come to you and ask you.
Yeah, understandably.
I thought that you were aware that if you wanted to talk to anybody, that all you got to do was simply ask.
Yeah, well, I know it goes both ways on that, and I guess it would have needed to come from me. I should have been the one to have, come forward with it, but, we did open up that door to law enforcement before. When Sergeant Allen was making a big deal saying, well, we want to talk to her. When can we talk to her? And he's saying, well, the door's open.
I don't believe he ever told us the door was open.
What's fascinating is how instinctive and confident her assertions are. In any other circumstance, or even without the knowledge we have now, you would have no reason not to believe everything she's saying.
I've heard the words come out of his mouth, even myself, directed to other people that maybe didn't either relay the message or took it a different way, so I don't know. I think the lack of communication has put people in opposite corners when everybody has the same goal, is to find Kaylee. We all still feel, I as a mom, I know in my gut, there's the feeling as a parent, you know certain things about your child, you can feel that connection, and I still have that feeling, that presence. I know that she's alive. Whether you have a bucket load of evidence downstairs that contradicts that and says otherwise, or all you have is speculation, or nothing at all. I mean,
we had more than speculation.
As every tip and
that's
every
something
lead
that I told
followed
her
up on.
directly.
Yeah.
That we have more than speculation. We have a lot, or else we wouldn't be to this point. A lot.
This was essentially a direct confrontation. The detective has just told Casey they have sufficient evidence to prove her guilt. Casey doesn't refute or even respond to the accusation. She instead falls back to her ridiculous dialogue once again, hoping the confidence in her voice will mask the absurdity of what she's actually saying.
Well, I said the same thing to them, that, they said that we're at the end of a hallway, and I'm thinking we're at the end of a hallway and there's two doors. Which door are we going to go through? Or I guess this is, we're at this point, and
we are at this point.
The final step is which door is walked through.
We are well beyond where we were before. I mean, those issues are gone, okay? And when you refer to we're at the end of the hallway, I think you are well aware of what hallway we're talking about. Do you understand that?
Well, so there's no question, I guess. You can specify that at this point, or what your perspective is on that.
You have a second?
Absolutely.
Can we come right back?
Yeah, that's fine.
You plan on running off?
I'm not going anywhere.
I got to stretch out a little bit. I'm not as young as I used to be.
It's unfortunate that right when the pressure was starting to build, the second detective interrupts the exchange and they both leave the room soon after. Casey waits alone for roughly 40 minutes before her attorney shows up.
He's going to ask you a question. You don't say anything else other than the answer. Okay?
Casey, based on our conversation today, and I read you that form, basically just same thing I said to Mr. Baez over the phone. There's been numerous requests for opportunities to speak with us and come to a resolution here. And that's why we brought you here instead of the jail. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, based on your request for us to call him and bring him here, he's here. So what we're going to try to do is give you a few minutes somewhere that's not recorded. No secrets, I told you. This room's recorded. I have to be able to approach my chain and explain why.
The detective now guilefully takes Casey up on her previous offer, where she insisted they were willing to sit down with police and answer questions.
But first, I needed you to tell him, in your own words, if you will, that you'd like to take the opportunity to deal with us like you've made that request in the past. So, is that something you want to tell him?
I told him the same thing we talked about before, that we would entertain any questions that they have. We would listen and discuss it, and if we have something to respond, we'll respond.
Okay, do you want to speak to me in private?
Yes.
So we can clarify this?
Yes.
It would come as no surprise that no conference was to be had. Casey was instead taken to the county jail, where she would remain for 2.5 years awaiting trial. Once this footage was released to the public domain, the consensus was that Casey at best was a cold-hearted mother, and at worst, a hideous, despicable murderer. But what's curious is that although these opinions may be accurate, they came from a completely misguided notion, being that her behavior in the footage was entirely genuine. Casey was in all likelihood being completely fake this entire time. So you might be curious as to why a person would actually fake such a poised temperament, when it would be far more fitting to fake sadness and despair. We all have aspects to ourselves that are ungenuine to a certain degree. How we act at a business dinner won't be the way we are at home with our close friends or family. The more comfortable the setting, the more we can be ourselves. Those educated on Casey's past would assert that she was rarely sad, rarely angry, but always this bubbly and agreeable personality, even when it didn't suit the situation. She was one of those people where something just seemed off, but you couldn't quite put your finger on it. The evidence put forward suggests that Casey was fake in every single setting and with every single person, all of the time. A trait that might go unnoticed in everyday life, yet would clearly stand out when shown under the microscope of a criminal case study. Casey had become so accustomed to this fraudulent way of being that it even came as a natural behavior to her in the extraordinary setting we see here. And the assertion is that because Casey knew just how well she could fabricate this character, she thought she could use it to mask her anxiety, and thus conceal guilty behavior. Casey, in all likelihood, had little to no regard for her daughter. That's not even an argument anymore. But her true temperament here would likely be far more apprehensive due to the concern over her own welfare. Every time the detective insinuated an accusation, Casey kept the same tone, same demeanor, and same confident, lighthearted disposition. If you took her out of this interrogative setting and placed her in the mall with her friends, it would seem completely normal. She would be faking her personality in both environments, yet we are only able to realize it in one. This type of mindset is linked to sociopathy. Whatever the situation or circumstance, they need to have an advantage over you. So how do they do this? They lie, and also calculate how they are going to feel and react to a certain situation before it occurs. The entirety of her focus was on making herself look good rather than being worried about the actual quality of her character. Casey, in a nutshell, was an inauthentic person, long before she ever gave birth to her ill-fated daughter, and her skill at deception alongside her manufactured personality is arguably the most terrifying part of this entire case. On December 11th, 2008, just under 5 months since she was reported missing, Kaylee's skeletal remains were discovered in a swamp less than a mile away from the Anthony household. She was wrapped in a Winnie the Pooh blanket and then placed in a canvas laundry bag. Duct tape was discovered around the nose and mouth area of the skull, and her death was ruled a homicide. Prosecutors in the case then announced they would be seeking the death penalty. There were a multitude of discoveries made in the lead-up to the trial, and many believed it to be an open and shut case due to the damnatory nature of the evidence. On the last day Kaylee was seen alive by anyone other than her mother, and the day many believed she was murdered, Casey Anthony made the following internet searches. At 7:54 p.m. that same evening, Casey and her boyfriend Tony were seen in a Blockbuster video store. Kaylee was nowhere in sight, and many presume she was already dead and decomposing in Casey's trunk at this point. In the following weeks, Casey went out partying most nights. Just 3 days after her daughter's supposed abduction, she was captured in various photos participating in a hot body contest. 12 days after, she got a tattoo on her back saying Bella Vita, an Italian motto that translates beautiful life. She also made an entry in her diary around the same time which read, "I completely trust my own judgment, and I knew that I made the right decision. This is the happiest that I have been in a very long time. I hope that my happiness will continue to grow." The trial commenced on May 24, 2011. The gist of the prosecution's argument was that Casey suffocated her daughter with duct tape and then placed her in the trunk for a few days before disposing of her body in the swamp. The motive for the murder was the primary focus during their opening statement.
This isn't just a case about Casey Marie Anthony. It's a story about Caylee Anthony as well. Caylee Anthony was born on August 9th of 2005. It was a Tuesday. And Caylee lived nearly every day of her life on a quiet residential street in Orlando called Hope Spring Drive. Casey Anthony, Caylee's mother, appeared to all outward observers to be what her parents thought she was. A loving mother working hard to provide support for her daughter. But as the evidence in this case and the investigation into the background of Casey Anthony will show, that was an illusion. On Monday, June 16th, Cindy Anthony goes to work, as I've described, sometime between 7 and 8 a.m., and is out of the house until the late evening. George Anthony specifically recalls that at 12:50 p.m. on June 16th of 2008, his daughter Casey left the residence on Hope Spring Drive with Caylee Marie Anthony. Caylee was wearing a pink shirt, jean shorts, sunglasses, and a backpack. And Jojo, George Anthony, kissed his granddaughter goodbye and never saw her again. In fact, no one but Casey Anthony ever saw Caylee Marie Anthony alive again. The evidence in this case will establish that there is no other reason for the placement of multiple pieces of duct tape on this child's face, mouth, and nose other than the specific intent to end that child's life. No one but Casey Anthony had access to all the pieces of evidence in this case. The duct tape, the laundry bag, the blanket, the shorts, the shirt, the car. No one else lied to their friends, to their family, to investigators. No one else benefited from the death of Caylee Marie Anthony. Caylee's death allowed Casey Anthony to live the good life, at least for those 31 days.
Although there was a lack of direct physical evidence tying the defendant to her daughter's death, the evidence the state actually had still seemed overwhelming, and they understandably thought relying on the facts alone would easily secure a conviction. The defense, on the other hand, were up against it. So not only did they use charm and appeal to sway the jury's attention away from the evidence, they dropped an absolute bombshell in their opening statements to create as much doubt as humanly possible.
On behalf of the defense, I want to thank you for the sacrifice that you've made in your jury service and coming here and helping us see justice. We know it's no easy task, and we intend, I'm sure, both sides, on getting you home as quickly as possible once you have all of the information that you need. Everyone wants to know what happened. How in the world can a mother wait 30 days before ever reporting her child missing? It's insane. It's bizarre. Something's just not right about that. Well, the answer is actually relatively simple. She never was missing. Kaylee Anthony died on June 16, 2008, when she drowned in her family's swimming pool. Well, the reason we're all here is because not of the commonality of this tragedy, but of the uniqueness of the family that it happened to. You will hear about ugly things, secret things, things that people don't speak about, things that Casey never spoke about. On June 16, 2008, after Kaylee died, Casey did what she's been doing all her life, or for most of it, hiding her pain, going into that dark corner and pretending that she does not live in the situation that she's living in. This family must keep its secrets quiet. And it all began when Casey was 8 years old and her father came into her room and began to touch her inappropriately. This child, who at 8 years old, learned to lie immediately. She could be 13 years old, have her father's penis in her mouth, and then go to school and play with the other kids as if nothing ever happened. That will help you understand why no one knew that her child was dead.
The trial would go on.
No one knew who came into her room must keep its secrets quiet. And it all began when Casey was 8 years old and her father came into her room and began to touch her inappropriately. This child, who at 8 years old, learned to lie immediately. She could be 13 years old, have her father's penis in her mouth, and then go to school and play with the other kids as if nothing ever happened. That will help you understand why no one knew that her child was dead.
The trial would go on to last 6 weeks, with the prosecution exposing the truly dark and deceptive nature of Casey's character. While the state relied on fact, the defense clung on to theory and proposed every conspiracy under the sun in the hope they would create enough skepticism and confusion. One of the more noted details of the trial was the courtroom presence of Jose Baez. He had an exceptional ability of narrative control and storytelling, and his capacity to create a connection with the jury seemed far more adequate than that of the state. This was recognized and mentioned multiple times in the media, yet the overwhelming majority of those following the case were almost certain that it wouldn't be enough to save the defendant. Closing arguments were put forward on Sunday, the 3rd of July.
When you have a child, that child becomes your life. This case is about the clash between that responsibility and the expectations that go with it and the life that Casey Anthony wanted to have. Casey meets Tony. Tony has this life. He's free. He's a club promoter. He's out there at night with the loud music and dancing, and it's a great free life. So she has a choice. A life tethered to a child, or a life free to be 22. And as hard as it is for anyone to imagine, she had to choose between sacrificing two things. The first was her dreams and the life she wanted. And the second was her child. And we submit to you the evidence in this case shows that the choice she made was her child.
Here we are at the end of our journey. And I have to tell you that I probably think you have more questions than you have answers. And if you recall, at opening statements, the final thing that I told you, at the end of the day, when everything is said and done, the one question will never be answered. The key question in this case will never be answered. It can never be proven. And that is, how did Kaylee die? I'm going to start with my biggest fear. I'm going to tell you right up front what I fear may happen in this case. And I want to talk to you about it and explain why I feel that way. This case deals with so much emotion. I know that there were times where every single person in here felt something deep down inside. Your rules of deliberation, what the law is that this case must not be decided for or against anyone because you feel sorry for anyone or are angry at anyone.
You'll notice that Mr. Baez locks the jury's focus on this while subtly concealing this. He presents the argument that the prosecution has purposely got the jury emotionally invested in the case in the hope it would push them towards a guilty verdict. Yet in this exact same statement, he himself is getting them emotionally invested for the exact opposite reason. While refuting the prosecution's supposed attempt to entice anger, he subtly attempts to evoke empathy. Say what you want about this attorney and the ethics of his conduct, but what you are about to witness is expertly done, and what many believe to be what saved Casey Anthony's life.
And that's because, obviously, we want you to base your verdict on the evidence, not on emotion. And it's my biggest fear because it's such a difficult thing for you to push aside. Kaylee Anthony was a beautiful, sweet, innocent child who died far too soon. There's no doubt about it, and that is not disputed by anyone. But to parade her up here, to invoke your emotion, would be improper. It's improper under the law, and it's improper as to the rules of your deliberation. He went on for a great length of time talking about this beautiful child. Not on his evidence, not on the evidence that was presented before you. It was to set up the emotion for what was to come. And that is exactly how this case was presented. They didn't come right out the gate and show you the evidence. They gave you 2 weeks of testimony that was completely irrelevant and served only one purpose. And that was to paint Casey Anthony as a slut, as a party girl, as a girl who lies, and has absolutely nothing to do with how Kaylee died. And this prosecution was geared in such a manner that it was deliberate, it was methodical, it was thorough, and it was detailed.
Mr. Baez then focuses on the fact that the state has the burden of proof, and thereafter continues to intertwine the two essential features of his argument, empathy and doubt.
Don't speculate. Don't guess. It has to be proven to you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. If you don't know what happened, it wasn't proven. We don't want you to tell us what you think happened. We want you to tell us what was proven happened. And that's the difference here. Because you know what? We can go on and speculate all day long as to the different theories that were posed before you, as to the different possibilities. But the truth of the matter is it must be what was proven. There are no mysteries to solve here. There should be no mystery before you right now. If you have questions, then it was not proven. And that's as simple as it goes. Now, back to what I was saying with their initial setup, the way the case was presented, the first couple of weeks. You see, the strategy behind that is if you hate her, if you think she's a lying, no-good slut, then you'll start to look at this evidence in a different light. You'll start to, oh, wait a minute. Maybe I'm seeing something that's not there. And start to actually discriminate against her rather than give her the standard that is afforded to each and every citizen in our country. And that is that the state, that the government come in here and prove their case beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. But you can get away with that if we can get a jury to hate her. But you're here to fulfill an oath. You've labored tremendously over this journey. And we're going to ask you to render a verdict of not guilty on these charges because they simply were not proven. And they're simply not true.
For the 9th Judicial Circuit in and for Orange County, Florida. State of Florida versus Casey Marie Anthony. As to case number 2008 CF 15606-0. As to the charge of first-degree murder, verdict as to count 1, we the jury find the defendant not guilty, so say we all, dated at Orlando, Orange County, Florida, on this 5th day of July, 2011, signed foreperson. As to the charge of aggravated child abuse, verdict as to count 2, we the jury find the defendant not guilty, so say we all, dated at Orlando, Orange County, Florida, this 5th day of July, 2011, signed foreperson. As to the charge of aggravated manslaughter of a child, verdict as to count 3, we the jury find the defendant not guilty, so say we all, dated at Orlando, Orange County, Florida, this 5th day of July, 2011, signed foreperson. And juror number 12, were these your true and correct verdicts? Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Will counsel and the defendant approach the podium?
Well, I hope that this is a lesson to those of you who have indulged in media assassination for 3 years, with bias and prejudice and incompetent talking heads saying what would be and how to be. I'm disgusted by some of the lawyers that have done this, and I can tell you that my colleagues from coast to coast and border to border have condemned this whole process of lawyers getting on television and talking about cases that they don't know a damn thing about and don't have the experience to back up their words or the law to do it. Now you've learned a lesson. And we appreciate the jury. Those of you that have been objective and professional, we like it. Others, we're going to be talking to again. Thank you very much.
Casey did not murder Kaylee. It's that simple. And today, our system of justice has not dishonored her memory by a false conviction.
Hello? Hey. Okay. So Solmar was like directly confronted him privately first, and then he got aggro? Okay. What did Solmar say exactly, do you know? Yeah. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy though? You hold on. You know what I find like really shocking? Like if you're paying people like 50, 60, 70, 80K salaries, like how do you not monitor them at all? That's what I feel like the company is just like just dumb in the first place, right? Like that shouldn't happen. If I was paying somebody like 70K a year or 60K or however much money that guy gets paid, I would literally be fucking screen capping all their fucking shit like they're using a virtual desktop, like. Bi-weekly. He didn't even make the bench, didn't you hear what he said? The bench was made for him, dude. All he did was drag the thing on the bench. It's crazy because people that like work at like McDonald's do like put in thousands times more effort than that for over 8 hours standing on their feet. This guy's sitting on his ass. Yep. I mean, it happened at Rogers. Like, I was being lazy, everyone was being lazy. There was like a huge... When everyone went to work from home, the laziness like cranked up to 1 billion. But no one did it to that degree. People would like not do anything for like an hour or something, or 2 hours or some shit like that, out of an 8-hour day. Not like... Not come in for like 2 weeks, basically. Yeah. 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 Nice. Was this at BMW? Yeah. At Rogers. Is it from the microwave one or no? Is it the microwave one? I don't want... Oh, okay. Oh my god, like half of it's burnt, dude. I didn't try it. D's? Okay. Yeah. That's why I liked my last job so much for the 2.5 years. Then the latter half year was hell on earth because then when everyone else started working from home, I never talked to a manager for like 2 years straight, basically. Like I did, but like not really. It would be like 5 minutes to be like, okay, I saw your numbers, whatever, okay, good job, Eric, and that's it. And then the last 6 months was like they're just literally down your throat because everyone was being mega lazy from home. That wasn't supposed to be from home because there was supposed to be like an interview process and shit, and then they just gave it to everyone and just ruined everything. And then every fucking day I'm talking to a manager for 30-40 minutes that's telling me a script and what to say and what to do and reviewing my every fucking word. It was actually so AIDS, man. Okay, literally the worst part is I actually agree with what they were doing, and they should have done that because people were logging out like 3 hours early. Like everyone was like being mega lazy. Like you could see like the queue and the numbers and who's on. There was this tool that I had access to that you're technically not supposed to have access to or whatever, where you could see which employees are online or offline or logged out or like what they're doing, and like just no one was actually working. Like nobody. People were literally just going like just when it would get busy, people would just log out for like 2 hours and like go fucking for a run, like literally just go watch TV for 2 hours and then come back when it died down, like. And so customers were sitting in a fucking queue and then they would just give up and then go call on the phone, and then the fucking call center would get busy and the live chat wouldn't get busy, and then people would, and then the agents would log back in like when it wasn't busy. Like it was actually ridiculous how lazy everyone was. And the worst part is like everyone knew. It was like prisoner's dilemma, like how you're describing at your work, except since it was like an online setting, it actually benefited everyone to like be lazy in synchrony. So basically like everyone would log out almost at the same time, and then Apes Together Strong. It was literally Apes Together Strong. It was like I could see that they're not doing the work, so I'm like, fuck it, I'm not doing the work either. And then like this went, it was like a ripple effect, so no one was doing anything. And then the management team obviously noticed this, and they're like, okay, we have to AIDS them. Like everyone's being lazy together. Like we have to do so. Like it was necessary that they did. If they didn't do something, it would have been thousands of people getting paid $20 an hour, literally doing nothing. Yeah. Yeah, and customer service is technically like it's already a sunk cost to begin with, right? They're not really making money from anything we're doing. Sometimes you make a sale or whatever, but like the majority of what you're doing is just like correcting mistakes and giving money away, right? Beater. Yeah, what the hell? You guys outside right now? Are you guys at the fucking in the mosh pit or like? All right, hold on. Roll is streaming. I'm opening the stream. Yo, they are in Ibiza, dude. Holy shit! Look at this. What the fuck? Yo, everyone just ready. Everyone just gonna stand here an hour and a half early, eh? Bro, everyone's gotta run to that portal and the fucking server's gonna crash. Yo, when they launched Classic though, it actually worked. To be fair, and Classic was pretty good. It lagged, but it didn't crash on the original Classic launch. Yo, look at this guy's weak auras. Rolo, purge him, bro. Yo, to Rolo, it's not a dead zone, it's the kill zone. What if you opened LFG and it was like looking for 40-man raid to stand in front of Dark Portal? Yo, go look behind the portal. Is there like a raid of people just standing behind there randomly? I'm curious what's hiding back there. Yeah. Dark Portal Incident Attunement Rituals. Collect many keys. Get a special vial urgently. Fight against the defense demon in the Dark Temple. The defense demon in the Dark Temple. Yeah. There's boys just chilling in there. They're ready to go straight into the loading screen. Is Kazakh still in thing over here? Yeah, go pull him, Yeah, he's supposed to be here. Cause technically it's not. Wait, maybe Kazakh isn't there. That'd be so fucking funny, Jamal. It just takes you back to the city, the Stormwind or whatever. And then there's like fireworks that shoot up in the middle of Stormwind. It just says lol JK. Servers get shut down. Yo, what if that happened? What if that happened and they even shut down retail servers? They just shut down all of WoW. The game's actually just done. That's how they announce it. To retail. Jamal, 37 more minutes of archaeology, and then I open the boxes. Yeah. Nice. God damn it, dude. Oh man, that pisses me off. Because it's so fucking retarded. I hate when like something's like there's nothing wrong with something and then people are like just too lazy or retarded to fix it and then they just buy a new thing. I mean, they could have saved time. They could have just, you know, I mean, yeah, pragmatically it saves them time. It's fine. She has the money, it's fine. But it pisses me off. It pisses me off because if she... Yeah, but the situation isn't that, it's most likely not that it's like a gear in the printer that's broken. It's probably like she could have clicked 2 buttons and like installed the driver or something and would have been fixed. That's why. God damn it. Dude, Ranjit, known aka Bob from Iowa, fucking got her, bro. Yeah, wait. Yeah, how is everyone on Alliance, bro? Aren't like the fucking like, aren't the lads, the orcs about to roll in? The lads are coming any second, Noah? Wait, go west to Swampasaurus or whatever. That's where they're gonna be coming from, right? Swampasaurus? Oh. He said he has some add-on. Damn. Scammed. Damn, dude. That sucks. I fucking hate when it's like that. Like, the one time you actually need to be gone, they AIDS you. What the fuck? What the fuck is this? I'm pissed off right now. We were bulking, bro. Dude, you know what's funny about that? That island, Vecchi was making, like, Vecchi was literally at the island making curry rice. Like, what? Oh, yeah, the one with the pizza, yeah. I was hella fat there, too. I swear everyone was overweight there. Anton was like, wasn't that one? I swear that was even when Anton was like, fat. Yeah. Yo, I legit lost since I started, when I started working from home, I lost like 30 pounds in a period of like 3-4 months or something. Just cause when you're not going out like commuting and shit, I swear I was just eating like Tim Hortons every day. You're outside, you don't have time for breakfast, you go eat this Tim Hortons, you're like, oh, I guess I'm eating Tim Hortons. And then just from stopping shit like that, I just lost weight. I didn't do anything differently other than that. It's fucking crazy. Well, I was moving the same though. It was just move the same. It also works. I pictured how it would sound in my head. I'm pretty sure it's exactly accurate. Yeah. Wait, so yeah. One Felguard turns around, he's like, yo! Yo, they're not stuck in here with us, guys! Fuck, man! They're saying they're gonna all come through at the exact same time, too. It's coordinated. It's premeditated. What did we do? These guys are fucked. They said they've done this before and they know everything about us and our families. And they're coming in 100%. Dude, left spec? Bounces. Is balance the left spec? Left spec, dude. It's classic left spec. Hell yeah. Dude, this guy didn't give a fuck. What the hell? 51 points balance. Wait, and he's not even boosted, right? This gear is not, there's no way, right? So this is his main character, is just 51 points left spec. Jesus Christ. It wouldn't be as funny if it was boosted. Yeah, if he was boosted, it wouldn't be as funny. It's guys like him that give hope. The duality of man. Wait, what? Maybe it's the best spec. Wait. Isn't there like other shit that you should take though? Like is this actually the best spec? What about clear casting? Omen of Clarity in Resto? No? Rollo whispered the guy's spec is fucked. The Nox guy, your spec is fucked. Your talents are fucked. He said 2. No, you didn't. Oh, fuck, D. Yeah, never mind. Nice. Easy money. Balls out for BC. But really, no one has enough inventory space to take their gear off. Because it's just filled with consumables. Oh shit. These guys are noob, dude. Your balls have to be sweaty for TBC or else you're not fucking grinding hard enough. These guys suck. Actually, Jamal, when Cataclysm Classic comes out, all of their Nax gear will have great importance because they'll be able to transmog it. You can wall jump up like you just go east and you can like jump up the mountain probably. You know that Eric Andre gif, the let me in. That guy's a ledge. Fucking absolute gangster. You can for sure just wall. Oh, can you not wall jump anymore with this client? Go not that, go like more right. Go like the other way when you wall jump until you can get like back behind, you know, the mountain. Oh, maybe it's this way. Maybe it's west where Rollo's going. It's this way. It's where Rollo went. He went west. Just literally go left, facing the portal, and you'll find them. They're like, there's a big clump of the boys over there. Yeah, he died. Did you die? I don't know how I'm gonna emotionally cope with this when I open all these crates and it takes like 20 seconds to open them or something after farming for them for like 4 days. And I don't get them out. I'm opening them at 5 o'clock, literally 22 minutes. I'm opening them. If I don't get it, I'm gonna be... Oh. Dude, every single day I've done archaeology, I've gotten an achievement. It's insane, and I'm doing the same route. Like, the same thing. How many achievement points is that? 10 points, bro. Yeah, wait, what are you doing? You're not doing anything. The expansion's like, oh shit, what the fuck? What? Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with you? What? Just ask them to summon you. Why do you have to be in this raid? Oh, to be in the lair? Why don't you just ask them for an invite to summon? If you leave this raid, does it like put you back in the shit lair? Isn't spamming dungeons actually the most efficient way if you play with good people, because you get the rep for the heroics anyway? He turned on XYZ hack, I saw him. I've been watching more of those crime videos on YouTube, JCS, what's this guy called? JCS Criminal Psychology. I watched this one just now, right before I got in here, of this girl that killed her baby and then she got away with it. It's fucked. No, they basically... No, not a, there isn't a video of her killing the baby, but it's like... Yeah. Go on. Oh, I saw that one too. That was really good. Yeah. My favorite part of that video, the school with the guy with the school shooter, right? Where he's pretending to be crazy. Yeah, he killed like 19 people or whatever. My favorite part of that video, he's like, I think I need a psychologist. Are you a psychologist? And the fucking criminal psychologist guy's like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. Like, he killed 19 people and then answered all the guy's questions thinking he was like smart enough to lie about it. And then like, yeah, like 50 minutes into a 1 hour interrogation, or it was actually like a 5 hour interrogation, but the video is an hour because it's like fast forwarded. But yeah, like 4 hours into the 5-hour interrogation, he realizes like, shit, maybe I shouldn't have said anything. You think they could have finished it, eh? Let's see. Nice. Jamal. It's back there. Man's wall jumping. You can. What if you went back here and there were just the same amount of alliance but all horde back here? That's where they were. I don't. Why are you delaying this still? Just go, stay where you are. Go to the washroom, Rolo. You do not have to move your character anywhere, brother. No, you do not have to move your guy anywhere, Rolo. Yes, lady killed her 2-year-old baby, and she's free right now. She didn't even go to jail. Actually, she went to jail for 2 years, but then when the trial came, they're trying to put her in prison for life, and then the jury was like, nah, she's chill. Literally, because basically her lawyer, her lawyer that was defending her, argued that the way that they are accusing her was unfair and like biased because of some law, and they're basically calling her a sleut and like a party animal, and like for 2 weeks they were painting a negative image of her that had nothing to do with any of the facts, and the lawyer just argued that that was fucked up in and of itself, and then she got like set free. Yeah, basically that's... Yeah, I don't know. He was arguing that they were like trying to appeal to emotion for 2 weeks, and then when the jury actually looked at it, it was true. They were just like Oh, hell yeah. Nice. I think you can walk... Okay, yo, grow some balls and walk all the way back. I don't think you fall. Look, yeah, those guys are all the way back, look. See? It's just an invisible floor the whole way. It is, look. Keep going, no balls. This is Hellfire. Well, I love how careful everyone was so careful walking back, just like how you were. It's like, oh. Yeah, he's standing on the invisible wall. Floor. Oh, Jamal, if I don't get the mount, I have to farm more, dude. I have to get it today. I'm just gonna do it at 5. I don't want to do it until like 5:30 or some shit. 5's a good number. And it's uneven, just like my mental state after doing archaeology. That wouldn't have been me, dude. It wouldn't have been me. I feel sorry for that man. Playing Ret Paladin in BC. Do you know what the rotation is for Ret? This is what you have to do, okay? I'm gonna tell you that. Let me tell you the actual rotation, okay? You need a weak aura with an auto hit timer, and then the weak aura shows you the last 400 milliseconds that you can seal twist on. and you're supposed to have I think you have to have Seal of Command up first. It's either you have Seal of Blood up first and twist it into Command, or Command up first and twist it into Blood. I can't remember what the order is, but I think it's Command. Yeah, it's Command, I'm pretty sure, and you twist into Blood. So you have a weak aura that shows your auto swing timer, Jamal, and then there's like a little line that shows the last 400 milliseconds of the auto swing. And when you put Seal of Blood up after you have Seal of Command on, it persists for 400 milliseconds. So you swap from Command to Blood right at the 400 millisecond mark, right before your character's auto swing hits. And because Seal of Command persists when you swap to another seal for 400 milliseconds, it gives you the chance that Command and Blood will proc simultaneously. And that's pretty much your rotation. You press Judgment and after the seal twist. You can't press it before the seal twist, because then it'll fucking dump your seal, which would ruin your rotation. And Crusader Strike, yeah, and that's it. That's actually how you have to do damage. You tunnel vision a 400 millisecond weak aura for auto hit. So I actually feel bad for anyone playing fucking Ret Pally in BC. It's insane. And these people will argue, Jamal, that quote unquote, this is what you'll hear from the BC Rets. They will argue Ret is the only spec that takes skill in BC, because they think it takes skill to fucking press a button when you see a auto hit line timer. They've confused skill with ghetto clunky mechanics. True. Jamal, watch out, it's gonna rain. Yeah, that's why it looks like it's about to rain out. What do you mean? He's pooping. That's funny, eh? Why are the mobs in Mists of Pandaria level 35, Jamal? Okay, true. Okay. Yeah. No. I think that you will buy something from Winners or something instead. Jamal, I know you, and I think even if someone gave you, I think, yeah, yo, I always say, I swear, I actually have a saying. My mom always, whenever my mom or someone always says like, oh, like, I went to Winners or whatever, like, you know who goes to Winners? It's just so, it's actually funny that they titled the fucking store Winners when it's like a basically like a discount store, like, and they titled it, it's like, it's actually condensing that they titled it Winners, right? Like, it's so funny. Wait, so do you have that layer add-on as well, Jamal, or what? You were just like here, like normally, like it just automatically like puts alliance together? Oh, okay. Bro, this guy's a legend. This is a smart demon. To hit Rolo. Oh shit, it's actually fighting the Felguard. That's a smart fucking demon, dude. That guy knows. That guy knows his place. Was that a player you just targeted with the white helm? It didn't even look. It looked like an NPC, dude. You targeted some guy with a plate white helm. This guy's just in tier 3, that mage. Tier 3 helm. Alright, I'm going to do one more dig site and then I'm going to go get ready to open the boxes, Jamal. Hello? I'm going to open the boxes in 2 minutes, Rolo. I want Anton to be here when I open the boxes. Yeah, it like spawned. Yeah. It spawned on top of the portal because everyone was there, I guess, and then just started talking the Warlock's pet Felguard, and then they just ran away, like, into the sunset together. Step guard. I'm stuck in the dark portal. Alright boys, I'm flying to Mogushan Palace to open the boxes. It's finally time. I'm about to open the boxes, yeah. I'm just flying to Mogushan right now, Anton. I've been farming since 3 o'clock, since 3:30. You're in queue? For how long? Oh, that's not bad. That's fine. You're not missing anything. We're just standing on the portal and that's it. This guy's decked out, dude. This lock. Oh. The shoulders are tier 3 though, aren't they? Yeah, but the shoulders. I'm screen sharing. I'm also streaming. But screen share's on. I'm flying back to Bogushan. And this is just one layer, dude. Imagine if there was no layering. Yeah, that's how it was on the, remember, like the real vanilla launch that we played? It was pretty fucking laggy, but it didn't crash ever. So alright, I'm at Mogushan Palace. Tune in. I'll be really mad if it comes on the first box. I expect it's not likely that I even get it right now, but if it comes on the first box, I'll be more upset than if I don't get it. Some 300 something. I'm opening these crates right now and I'll see exactly. One crate is like one little node from a site. So this is not that much. This is, even though it's 4 days of farming, it's still unlikely that I'll get it. So 308, 309, 310, 311, 312. I'm opening the boxes. Alex, I'm opening the boxes. 314, 315. Alright, I have 349 crates. And now I am converting them. That means I have to click this crate of Tolvir Archaeology Fragment 349 times and then click yes 349 times. Just go on Twitch! Go on my fucking Twitch stream then. I'm streaming them both. No, what? Yes. Anton, are you watching my stream or screen share? You have to see this. Look how many crates are about to fill my inventory, dude. I should just make a macro to do this. Rolo told me. Rolo told me already. Wait, did you guys listen in on it or what? If somebody is saying like, well, you know, I have another job or whatever, it's like they're just basically admitting that they're being lazy. Dude, the boxes are off my screen right now. Yeah. I'm not. Bro, if there is, please let me know because I haven't found one. Okay, let's do some solves now because my inventory only has 2 slots. Oh, the annoying thing is when I open this crate. Okay, it's fine. I can stay here. Okay, here's one solve. 1% chance to get them out. Didn't get it. Okay. Okay. Here's 2 solves. 1% chance to get them out. Didn't get it. Okay, here's a 1% chance to get them out. 3 solves. Didn't get it. God damn it. Can you make it so right-clicking the bag doesn't... There's an ad... That's not why. First of all, that wasn't your reasoning. No, you're backpedaling on it. That wasn't the reason. The initial complaint you had was you didn't like how all the currencies were showing up, and I said, Jamal, you can disable that. What? Didn't get it. Yeah. Yeah. How do you disable it? Right click to open options right there. There, I just fixed it. I just fixed it. Look, I just fixed it. There, it's fixed. I did it. I already fixed it. It's like right there. It's the first option. Look, I'm spam clicking. Look. How many solves did I get? I was supposed to be counting, man. Fuck. Alright, 5th solve. You go like this, Jamal. Add-ons. Oh, wait, interface, add-ons. Or slash addy bags, but look, there, configure. There you go. What do you mean that's not the right one? This is addy bags. Skin. Anyway, you just go through the regular UI. Okay, 1% chance. Here we go. Didn't get it. Alright, 1% chance. Yup. Didn't get it. And every time I do this, it's a 1% chance. Okay, here we go, here we go. Didn't get it. Okay, here we go. Didn't get it. I'm about to get 2 soapstone necklaces though. That's pretty sweet. Here we go. Didn't get it. Didn't get it. Of course it's delayed. Everyone switches delayed. That's how it works. Here we go, didn't get it. Didn't get it. Here, I'll fix my Discord stream, hold on. No, I turned off the when my video card broke, I turned off the hardware acceleration, so I'll just turn that back on. Hardware acceleration on. Okay. Okay. Is this better? Okay, 1% chance. Didn't get it. Alright, more boxes. It's box time. Did you find the add-on? Oh. Wow, up. Buy all with spaces? Shadowlands is 2 words? Buy all classic? I just see buy all classic when I type that in. Can you link it? Buy all. I'm just gonna search that. Oh wait, never mind, I'm retarded. I had it filtered to classic. Addy Bags Shadowland filter. Buy all Shadowlands. Wait, actually link it. I really don't see it. I thought because I had it filtered to... Buy all. Oh, I found it. I actually found it. Hell yeah. Not yet. I'll come eat it in a bit. No, I didn't. Okay, amazing. I'll come eat it in a bit. No, I'm installing an add-on so I don't have to manually click this fucking thing 300 times. No. Remember when the Wii's coming out and Cartman freezes himself for 2 weeks or whatever? Yeah, well, his intention is to freeze himself for 2 weeks. Okay, so how does this work? Oh, it does work! Hell yeah, max. But I don't have 96. Oh yeah, I do have 96. I'll do 95. Alright. Hold on, I want to make sure. I'm freaked out that it's gonna bug. I want to make sure it's this one. What if it imagine it buys the wrong one? Okay. Oh, here it goes, dude. Look at this. Are they 12 here? Holy shit, dude. Look at them go. Look at them go. How come some of these are these Canapic jars? Oh, right. Yeah, these are the grays in the jar. Look, free space. There's only one more. Okay. I leave some space because I need to open the greens sometimes. These, what are these called? These hieroglyphics. Alright, 1% chance. No, I want to do the gambling myself manually. Alright, 1% chance. %1 chance. Alright, 1% chance. Sometimes you open one, sometimes you open, like, see, like, sometimes you just loot one or whatever. No, there was because I don't when you cocked by Somar, a classic cocked by Somar. But it's good that you did it in chat then. It's fine. Yeah. I'm hurrying. Come on one time, dude, Gamble Avenue. There's no way. I only have 53 crates left. That's not it. No, it's the same thing again. Oh, if that was, if I just needed to get 180 fragments or something, I could do that in like 10, 15 minutes, it would be fine. And I have, if you see this item, I have 22 hours remaining on the Sonic locator, so it's actually like, it wouldn't be a problem if that, that would be completely fine if that happened. This is the thing that like gives me like an optimal route, basically. And every 24 hours, I have to spend 2 of these crates to buy this thing, basically. Alright, these are all the boxes I have left, and then that's it, dude. These are grays. I got these grays out of my inventory. These grays are jinxing me. Get that shit out. Alright. Yeah. Okay, 1% chance right here. Here it is. No. Where? This is it, this is it, this is it, this is it. Okay, this one for sure. If you lean in and look at these things, these icons are like vibrating in my inventory right now. It's fucked. They're like, it's like a visual bug with them. They're sparkly, but on my screen, they're actually shaking a little bit. This is it, this is it. Okay, this is it, this is it, this is it. This is the one, I'm telling you right now. Ready? Say a prayer, Rillo. Say a prayer, Rillo. This is the one. Hell yeah. That's not it. One more. This is the one. This is the one. This is the one. This is the one, Rillo. This is the one. Okay, do I do it with this thing in or this thing out? This thing in or this thing out? Okay. All it does is adds 12 fragments, and when I open one of these boxes... This might be the last one right here. I think this is the last one, boys. This is the last one. Maybe one more if we get lucky from these. Oh yeah. This is actually the last one. Actually, yeah, 70 of 45. Oh wait, no, it's not. Oh fuck. No, dude, it's over. That was 4 days. Very unfortunate. Want to know something funny? These things sell for 10,000 G, so every time I put one of those in and use them, it was 10,000 gold. Because I'm trying to get this effectively. That's done already. Nah. That's noob. The hieroglyphics give you good luck. No. Look. I told you that there's... Well, that's your fault. I'm streaming 1080p on Twitch. It's not my fault you can't fucking go to a link, dumbass. Yours is delayed too. Everyone's stream is delayed. Yeah, I didn't get it. Alex thinks that his stream is delayed. His stream isn't delayed on Twitch, and everyone else's is. Like, somehow magically he's not uploading his fucking... Everyone's Twitch stream is delayed. Everyone's Twitch stream is delayed. Of course it's delayed. Don't change my name. I still have 30 minutes. I'm going back to Farm Anton. I still have 30 minutes. Why to me? Look how many solves I have. Look how many solves I have. So one of each of these, 18 of those, 19 of those, 24 of these, 23 of those, 15 of these, 25 of those, 17 of those. And it takes on average 200. I asked him, what's the bad thing? And his response was, what do you mean? You would have done archaeology for 1 week, for many hours. I think it is. I know, but I don't think... You think this is baby shit? I sat for 4 hours a day flying in the same fucking route, clicking the same goddamn telescope for 4 hours a day. I did more work than Somar's subordinate doing archaeology. I did 20 hours last week of archaeology. Okay, bro, don't fucking don't listen, bro. This is oh my fucking god. I've seen this shit. I'm not even reading it. I don't even care anymore. He posted all of them? No? My old manager, I like how you say like if you're stressed or overwhelmed in any way, I want to know how I can help. That's good. Wait, no, the way that he said it is like he doesn't even speak English, dude. I feel stressed now because I'm behind. Where is this? Hold on, let me keep reading. Which picture is it in? I want to skip straight to that one. Oh, you took a screenshot of the 2 default textures. Yeah. Yeah, that picture it literally is like proof that he did nothing in one image. I just need you to understand using 2 default materials and calling it a day is unacceptable for a prop like this. How are you exactly using 4 hours a day to do this? Just wait a minute here. From what I'm getting, your most recent response, you think I just throw a default material and call it a day? From what you've shown me... Yes. I would like to apologize if I come off rude here, but I told you I went through several materials and then chose one, the one that I think... Oh, so his argument is he looked at all the default ones and then picked one out. That's his argument? Oh my god. Yeah, that makes it worse. Wait, this is actually great! This is great because he's not refuting that he did what you're implying. He's implying that what he did actually took him 4 hours. Wait, you actually win. You win. Yeah, it's actually like this guy. It's not even like you didn't check 11 him necessarily. Yeah, he admitted it. Yeah, this guy's so dumb. Oh my god, how is he this dumb? I understand that, but the end result is using 2 default materials. There isn't any actual texture art being done here. Okay, here's the bench again. I'll show you the reference I got for this. He doesn't even spell the whole word. I'll show you the refs I got for this. I would create a masterpiece with this. Oh my, and then he starts getting aggro saying that you expect him to create a masterpiece. From my understanding, you've been giving a brief regarding the overall set. On top of what you've been given, it's also your responsibility to find adequate reference that will help you produce the end result. I'm not sure how you've been doing this up until now, but I believe that is the industry standard. I'm not trying to insult you. Like I said earlier, I'm just trying to figure out how you have been allocating your time regarding this task so I can find a solution. It's very unacceptable to spend 1 month on 4 props when you've only applied default materials to it. It looks bad on your end. It looks bad on me, just trying to help you out. I spent over 2 weeks UV the W lowercase h all set. I'm part-time. I am, quote, not fucking thing. Use the quotation I am. Because this man was depressing. This man was depressing his shift key while typing everything. 2 weeks UVs and 2 weeks starting on texturing. He got so aggro right away. You expect me to create a masterpiece? Bro. Bro, this, if I was, shut up, you shut up, just look at this one screenshot. Just that one response should be enough reason to fire him. Yeah, like this guy actually dug his own grave. Like there's no way anyone looks at this and sees you as a bad guy. There's no, it's an he literally admits it's a good thing you don't want to work for them, yeah. But like I don't think so, right? Like there's no way. Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, that's how I feel right now. There's literally no way, dude. I just go crazy so Mars okay. I just go rob the fucking TD Bank over here. I'm like, fuck it, dude. I'll probably get away with it. Yeah. Dude, that last comment he made, pissed me off somewhere. Like, yeah. Yo, we need to go. Yeah. Especially when we're in this Discord talking any shit we want 12 hours a day, and then you have to be in a professional setting, someone's talking shit to your face, and you have to sit there. Wait, yeah, how can I, Somar, how can I write my resume so I scam companies like that? It was completely made up? Jamal actually went from hypothetically saying, is there any justice, to actually saying it. I'm saying, like, you're saying you got moved into a, did you get, I'm assuming you got moved into a layer with a bunch of horde, no? Yeah. Yeah, so there is no... Yeah. Good. Just stream the game. Why? No, just stream the game. It'll be cool. Just the game. Yeah. We'll look at it. We'll look at it in like 4 years or something. Be like, hey. So, it doesn't matter. I'm layering. How are you gonna eat the pizza while you're spamming dungeons efficiently? What the fuck, man? And then it's gonna get cold. What do you mean the WoW snacks? What the fuck is a WoW snack? I'm doing my last minutes of archaeology, man. I want it to be known I'm a man that only gives up on the important things. That's how I want to be remembered. Okay. So Mara, I've been streaming for the past 3 hours and you're never together to top me, but I'll together to top you. Yeah, I am right now. I've been doing archaeology for 3 hours somewhere. Haven't I? Is it not on? It is on. No, I mean on Twitch. I've been streaming it on Twitch and in the Discord. I'm on Twitch, on Twitter, on Africa. Really? Yeah, no, it's been on for 3 hours. Alright, I'll together to top you. Let me turn it off. And something. I was about to say that, but then I realized I'm streaming. You can't hear anything. Your stream looks laggy. Can you tab into it? It's laggy. It's like, oh shit. Damn. Alright, fuck it. I'm just going back to do one more solve. That's all I'm gonna do, just one. Why? Oh no, it's this. Look at Anton's thing. It's this, dude. Wait, can't they summon you? Get them to summon you. Anton, just spam a warlock. No, just I'm telling Anton to randomly just whisper a warlock. I'm doing my last solve. I'm doing my last solve, dude. This is it. Oh my god, I'm one fragment short of 2 solves. Holy shit. Oh my god. I did 1 solve and it wasn't it. And I'm 1 short. Alright, one more, real quick. I can get 1 in real quick. Ray, I just solved like 40 or 50 12-year things and didn't get it, bro. It was like hundreds and hundreds of fragments. It was 3. Yeah, Psycho Villain. Yeah, I see it. On Anton's screen share. Okay, so I did 147 total solves, Ray, and didn't get it. Yeah. $147. The worst part? The worst part is I still have to finish it now that I come this far. Yeah. He's come this far, he can't stop. Strud? Yeah, he actually plays. Strud? Strud?